My name is Julie Jenkins, and I'm grateful to Dr. Samir Sur and the neurosurgery team at MedStar Franklin Square. They recently saved my life. After working my night shift in March of 2023, I came home and went to sleep normally. When it was time for me to wake up, I woke up, but I slumped over and I was seizing and not breathing. My husband had to call 911. I was taken to the nearest trauma center, and after testing and everything, they noticed that I had swelling on my brain and that my brain was not communicating with my lungs. I was fully intubated and having rapid seizures, but they really couldn't figure out what was going on. The area hospital where I was did not have the capabilities to monitor me continuously on a neurological scale. My husband demanded after 3 days that they send me somewhere else where they could monitor me in that way. And that's how I got to MedStar Franklin Square. Once I arrived at MedStar Franklin Square, I was put on continuous neurological monitoring, and that's when we began to find some answers. What we learned was that I had a fracture in my skull that had punctured the membrane in my spine, and it needed to be repaired. One of the major things that we determined needed to be done was surgery to repair the problem. And while this was a huge risk for me, I knew that if I didn't have this surgery, Dr. Sur informed me that I would be prone to brain infections and other negative things, and I would not be able to have a good quality of life. It was during that time that Dr. Sur really stood out. His bedside manner is beautiful. He has a tendency to listen. I was fearful. He assuaged my fears. He made sure that I understood exactly what was going to happen, what the side effects were going to be, how my recovery may look ideally, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. So as my husband and I really began to weigh the pros and cons of this surgery, one request that I made of Dr. Sur was that he please have everyone who had an opinion about the surgery to come in and see me. That involved 4 to 5 other departments within MedStar Franklin Square. Dr. Sur facilitated each doctor coming in, talking to me, giving me pros and cons, and it really helped with my decision. That's what made the difference in me deciding to have the surgery. After the surgery, the team took such good care of me on the ICU and as well as on the cardiac step-down unit. The nurses were amazing. Dr. Sur came to see me to check that my progress was going as planned, and everything was perfect. Today, I'm still in recovery, but I'm really looking forward to getting back to who I used to be. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother to 15. And it is amazing to me to be able to be here to see them meet their goals and graduate and get married. And I'm just looking forward to returning to my role as the matriarch of the family. As I reflect back on the care that I received at MedStar Franklin Square, the one thing I would say to Dr. Sur is please don't change. One of the reasons why I'm here and alive and healthy today is because of your bedside manner and the way that you treated me while I was in your care. Thank you. Thank you for my life.